What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Creating a Legacy with FC United of Manchester. Now, we are going to have a look at the schedule, have a look and see how things have been going. We're going to dive into some players today, then we're going to get into the FA Cup second qualifying round. We are away to Whitby, if I remember correctly, on the schedule screen. So, since the Blythe game when you were last with us, I said I wanted 9 points from the next 5 games. We didn't get that. We got 5. We had a really disappointing time, guys. We won the first game 3-2. It was a 92nd minute winner. So this is the game we're going to show the highlights of today. So let's just show you the goals of this game. I'll just shrink that. So straight away, Telford on the attack here. This is 15 minutes in. Scott, he lays it back to Lever, back to Scott, to Flint. Gets it into Glover, and then he lays it off to Mitchell. Fantastic work moved. I mean, sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say, fair play, nice goal. And that was definitely one of them. That puts 1-0 down, and here we are with Hugh Johnson. He lays it into Gardner. Gardner spreads it beautifully out to Ray. Ray with the ball in. No idea what was going on there, but Hammer tucks it away. We will take that. The keeper obviously thought the goalpost had moved. Good job. So here we are, second half now. The score's obviously tied 1-1. Gorman tries to get it back to Luto. Luto to Ray. Ray goes past Linfield, tucks away. Top corner, that is 2-1 FC United Manchester. Obviously Telford are going to get back into it in a second. So here we are, Telford getting back into it. It comes from our goal kick, which is disappointing, but Luto picks it up. He tries the ball over to Hammer. Hammer controls it. Gorman's dispossessed, but Luto picks it up and loses it. And a just simple ball over the top is cleared, but Flint picks it up. This is the issue. We're not winning them second balls at the minute, guys. As you see, balls over, and then again, terrible goalkeeping. I mean, he's got his head in his hands, and so he showed no idea what he was doing. And that put it 2-2, and at this point I was ready to punch my monitor. Gardner's got the ball. He lays it back to Luto. Luto into Johnson. Johnson to Neone. Back to Johnson. Gorman. Gardner. Hammer. Tucks it away. We win it. 3-2. 92nd minute. At this point I am dancing on the room. Fantastic. But then obviously we lost 2-1 away to Brackley. So disappointing. For 1-0 to Leamington, 3-1 defeat to Southport, then a 1-0 Stalybridge, and we've got Whitby away. This could be a banana skin. This could be a banana skin very early on in the FA Cup second qualifying round. Now, since you last with us, we've actually made another transfer. So we're just going to go on the schedule first. The competitions as I forgot. Then we'll do the transfer. So we sit in 8th place, but we're not far behind. We're 2 points off second. This bad run has dropped us down. It's expected. We are expected to avoid relegation again this season. So the board are happy, but I'm not, because we did start so well. Transfer wise, so since you were last with us, in fact we've actually made 2, because I signed this guy just after you guys were with us. So coming in as a backup striker, because we needed more depth up there, is Nauru. He's got good pace, good acceleration, decent finishing and composure with good position and work rate, etc. So I'm happy to get him in. He's not done anything yet, but he's going to be needed at some point. Then we've signed for 3.8k from Blythe, Andrew Cartwright, who was their first choice right back. He's coming in to be our first choice right back. So if you remember, we were playing Ray at right back, who was actually a central midfielder. So here he is. He's 22 years old now. When you first glance, a lot of people might think stats aren't that good, but there's so many 9s and 8s in the right areas, and his physicals are good. So this guy is actually really decent, and all it takes is one good season, a good season training, and his stats are going to rocket up, and before you know it, this guy has loads of 10s. So delighted to bring him in. Just under 4k. It's not much to spend, and I genuinely think it's worth it. So the squad currently, I'm going on this screen in the age order because I want to kind of get us focused on seeing how people are developing. I want you to join the journey with me, and some players are developing and they're going to be staying in the squad. So, Bram has played 3 off starts, 3 sub appearances. He hasn't developed much, his strength has gone up, but he's definitely someone I'm going to be working with, and hopefully he's going to play a lot more games. Richard Gardner is still only 17. Now he's played 26 times for FC United now, and again, not a lot of development, but definitely a good player. I mean, he's currently 4-star, and one of the best players, potentially be a key player in the squad, but he's already up there, passing at 78%. He's getting good tackles. He has been playing the attack midfield role. Now I'm going to show you this will be changing this game. One of the biggest disappointments so far is Luto. Now as you'll see, in the 7 games he's only averaging a 6.27. He's not stepped up for so far, but I'm genuinely still hoping he's going to pull himself around. Just signed a new deal is Sol Hammer. Now he has 8 goals in the 9 starts, 2 sub appearances so far this season. He is starting to step up. If you remember last season we brought him in, he didn't perform too well, but hopefully he's going to develop now and continue to grow. Williams is playing currently because he was sulking about first team football, and I did actually want to rotate him. I was actually already put him in for the next game when he actually complained that, oh, I'm not playing enough. Another player, he's 23, but he's definitely one we've got to mention, is Hugh Johnson, our best player at the minute currently, in terms of he's already developed to that standard. We've got some great youth, but this guy's already there. So the tactic we're going with today is the basic 4-5-1 really. Now if you remember, the only difference is he normally sits in there and he is normally a target man. I'm playing him as defensive forward because it's what he's best at. I wanted to play him as deep line playmaker, deep line forward, but I'm going to give this a go and just see how he does. It's what he's best at. I'm starting with all of them on support, which is risky. It's something I've never actually tried, so I'm quite curious since I'm doing it in live com, just to see exactly how it works and if I do need to make many adjustments to start with. Now we are playing quite soon after a league game, so Williams is actually going to be dropped for today for Gorman just due to fitness, and Gardner as well possibly, for a bit more experience in there, and also again just due to the fitness issues. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in Byrne, who's been complaining about not getting first team football, so hopefully he might actually step up just because he wants to impress. Just make sure everything's all set up looking nice here. We're going to go more direct because we've been playing a lot of football recently. They're probably going to expect us to play around at the back and stuff, so let's see if we can catch them off by just hitting them early. Right, let's get into today's game. Hopefully today's episode hasn't gone on too long, but please let me know in the comments below if you want me to start showing a lot more players per episode, showing how the development's going, showing how the training's going. What we'll do is at the halfway point in the season we will check out the youth team, for example, and we will start to do a lot more of that, and see exactly how the youth team's playing and stuff, and see who's developing in there. Linfield early, 16 seconds in. So we now have a corner now. Johnson with the corner, dreadful. Well, dreadful. But, good start. Great start. Cartwright on his debut. This is his debut because when he came in he was likely injured. Alexander, he's been at the club maybe 10 days, maybe a bit longer. Not too sure on the date. He's an attack for Whitby. Whitby down the wing. Hassan. Back to Clark. To Hughes. To Goodard. Gets him out. Beautiful ball. We are 1-0 down. We are 1-0 down. I mean, to an extent. Hands up. Great goal. First attack, man. First attack. And it's down the left as well. Down the left. Right, we're going to analyse just a little bit, guys, just to see if anything's standing out in terms of the layout. Average positions. Right. What the hell was that? I've got mistakes on them now. So the only mistake from the game so far is actually from the guy who I was talking about who's been struggling. It's so frustrating. So frustrating at the minute, guys. We started the season so well and we just hit that blip. I know we expect to avoid relegation. We've really struggled in pre-season to build a team. The fact I've just brought in 2 players again since the last episode shows I'm still trying to put something together. But it's so frustrating at the minute. I'm going to have to sit down and really analyse this tactic over the next couple of games. The fact I've had to drop the attack midfielder back just to try to make ourselves a bit more solid, because I felt the player on the left of the midfield on the opposition was getting far too much space because there was a gap there. And that was the main reason I've dropped him back. But they play in 4-4-2, so we should, in theory, we should have a lot of space. Gorman pulls it back to Burn. Oh. Gorman's picked up a knock, so he's going to come off at half time. Oh, he's properly injured now as well. I'm going to bring on Stone, who can play there, and he's a youngster. And at the end of the day, this season is all about developing the team in the long run. There's a lot of times where people might think, well, you should go up season after season after season after season. I'd love to. But if in the long run it's going to hamper me in terms of I'm not developing a youth team. I mean, when you go through my players, the average age is so young. In the long run, I really do hope I've made the right decision and the team can develop. It's his vision. His vision is decent. I'm going to make a change here and hopefully this might work. Because they're playing 4-4-2, I'm hoping Ellison will get a lot of space in here and be able to play this deep line playmaker role and might become a bit more effective. Might. Right, I just want to check the Whitby stats. Passes completed. Who's had the ball the most? It is this Casper Hughes. He's had 1 key pass. The other guy's had Hassan as well. I have noticed Hassan's been on the ball a lot. Right, see if I can get you to mark. Where does Hassan actually even play? Right midfield, okay. You man mark him. Just see if we can just take him out of the game at least, because he has been creative. Right, Hammer spreads a beautiful ball out Linfield. Wow. Well, when that's what we've got, putting the ball in. Right, I want to try to play them off the park here. I want to try to play them off. I think playing direct is not working. It's not working at all. We're kicking it up, we're losing it. We're kicking it up, we're losing it. So I want to just see if we, no, come on. I want to just see if we retain possession and pass it around. I'll tell you what, it's a good job FM17 doesn't come out for a while, because it's going to take that long to get up. Come on. Concede a third and I'm going to cry. Come on. Tell you what, you know, I've just watched our Classical 2 nights ago. Where's my white flag? Start waving it. We have been dreadful. And that's being polite. That's being polite. Dreadful is being polite. Dreadful is being polite. I am frickin' fuming. How shit can a team be? Right. 4-0. Too deep. That's obvious. That's obvious. Right, as I said, I wanted to test this tactic. Mainly because we weren't playing well with the normal tactic. So going into this game testing a tactic wasn't a big risk because we've been dreadful in general. But this has just been embarrassing. I mean, we can turn around and say, well, at least we can concentrate on the league. But going on the FA Cup in the first qualifying round we enter is just embarrassing. I mean, please leave a like on the video to show support to me. Let me know you're still going to stick by me. Oh, it's been embarrassing, guys. And like I say, next episode, we need to step it up. In terms of myself, in terms of my management of the team, in terms of my tactical knowledge of these players, I need to make sure I'm managing these correctly, because I'm clearly doing something wrong. The tactics not worked. I left it too late to try to adjust it, a 2 and then a quick third. There's nothing you can do when you're that far down with so little time left. I just feel like I've let me down, I've let you down watching it. You'll see both my fullbacks are playing absolutely terrible. A 5.1 and a 5.8. I mean, what a debut for Cartwright. Delighted I built him up before the match. Building someone up, talking about how he's going to be a good player for us and stuff, and then he puts a stinker in. Great debut. See, exploiting the flanks isn't working as well. I mean, he's applauding, it's not working. I have no idea what he's clapping at. Wow, that was the third qualifying round draw. Brilliant. Do you know what? I'm going to jump forward to the FA Trophy North third qualifying round, because it gets a fair few games out the way. It means we're not hanging around dragging it out. Hopefully it gives me time to turn the form around. And I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll be back for the FA Trophy North third qualifying round. Stay tuned, guys.